So if you're tired of buying those disposable cans of compressed air over and over again, this might be exactly what you're looking for. So let's go over this electric air duster. I'm gonna go over all the different features, show you what each power setting sounds like and how powerful it is, and show you what it can do, and talk about who this is for, all to help you make a better informed buying decision. So this is a rechargeable electric air duster. It's basically a cordless blower that replaces those disposable cans of compressed air. So this puts out up to 280,000 RPM with an airflow velocity of 52 meters per second, which is a lot of air in a small package here. So it comes with 5 different nozzle attachments, has 4 speed settings, and there's a built-in LED display that shows you the battery level and which gear you're on. So this charges via USB-C, which is really nice, and weighs just over 11 ounces. So it's very compact and easy to hold in one hand. Okay, so let's have a closer look at this. Okay, so you have the main unit itself, which feels solid, doesn't feel cheap or flimsy at all. It is plastic though, keep that in mind. So you've got the USB-C charging right here, and it does come with a small little cable. It'd be nice if this was a little bit longer though. Okay, and then you have the 5 different nozzles here. So I'll go over each one of these, and they all serve different purposes. So this is kind of your general one, medium-ish length one. And you have one that's very similar to the first one, just a little bit wider though, a little bit shorter. You have your kind of 2 all-purpose ones that have pretty wide openings. Compare those two. And then you've got a wider one for general cleaning. So this wider flat one is good for cleaning stairs or pet hair off larger surfaces. And then you have a narrow one for getting into really tight spaces like keyboard crevices, which can actually blow up pool toys and air mattresses and stuff like that. And you have the long nose adapter. It's really useful for things like even igniting a campfire or just getting into harder to blow spots. And just again, replacing the nozzles is really easy. So when you want to take one off, just turn it counterclockwise. Just go ahead and turn this around until it fits in, and then turn clockwise, and then it locks into place. So really easy with adding these nozzles. So it's really versatile. So those are the nozzles that you get with the device here. So this can be for way more than just cleaning your keyboard. Okay, so let's talk about the power of this thing. So it puts out up to 280,000 RPM at the highest setting. It has 4 different speed levels to choose from. Okay, so level 1 is 80,000 RPM. This is good for delicate things like camera lenses or light dusting. Then you have level 2, 140,000, level 3, 200,000, and then level 4, 280,000 RPM. So let's go over just a demo so you can hear just how powerful this is and see the different settings. Okay, go ahead and turn it on. Just hold down the button. You have the LED, the screen, it's hard to see. It says 97% battery. And then on the front here, we have the speed controller. So let's go ahead and go through all 4 settings. And we'll go over a demo of me using the different settings on just different things so you can see how powerful it is. So of course you can adjust based on what you're cleaning. Lower settings, good for more delicate areas, and the highest setting, blasts dust out of the tight spaces. That canned air honestly struggles with. Honestly, it's kind of like having a little jet engine in your hand. The first time you turn this thing on, the power is honestly surprising. And you can really just feel the airflow from across the room on the highest setting. I mean, on level 4, you can even use this to blow leaves off your patio. So you can also think of it like a mini leaf blower. And as you heard, it is loud on the higher settings. I guess that's one thing that could be improved about it, but with something that powerful, it's gonna have some noise to it. Just keep that in mind when using the higher settings. And as we cycled through the different power settings, we saw the P1, P2. So I'm gonna show you that again so you can see. It's hard to see on the LED the screen though. Let's go ahead and press. That's P1 right there. 2, 3, 4, back to 1. So it's nice that you have, the display of the speed you're on as well as the battery life. A lot of electric air dusters don't have this. You just get vague indicator lights, but this gives you the exact percentage. So of course, the battery life of this thing. The battery life gives you up to 150 minutes of continuous use on a full charge. Continuous use, which is a lot. And it charges course via the USB-C right here. And a full charge takes about 2.5 to 3.5 hours. And what I've noticed is the battery actually lasts way longer than you'd expect, even after using it for 5 minutes straight on different settings. The battery percentage barely moves, so you're not gonna be charging this thing constantly. Also, no more freezing your hands with canned air with this thing. Also, one feature of this is really cool. There's a built-in LED flashlight on the front right here. So you just double click the power button to turn it on and double click again to turn it off. So go ahead and turn it on, double click, and you have the flashlight. So you can see where you're blowing air onto. And it's pretty bright. Of course, this is gonna eat up more battery life. Just keep that in mind. And to turn it off, just double click. So let's go over a demo of me using this. Okay, so I'll just go over a range of uses. Let's go ahead and start here. Just these crumbs on the table. One of the lowest power. So really easily just get all the crumbs off. So already on the first power, really strong. Okay, then on the desk here, so you can see in the corner, there's some dust. Let's go ahead and use power 1, see if that works. Oh yeah, that's gone. I'll just go ahead and clean the rest of my desk. Go to power 2. See how strong that is. All right, we're outside my pool. Go and turn this on full blast so you can see. Power 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and then blowing around some dirt. Power 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we have some dust here. Put on a different nozzle. I'm gonna show you that as well. Okay, so that's one thing to note. It's not necessarily like a duster. So if dust is really stuck on there, you're gonna have to use, this is not gonna work for that, even on power 4. So just keep that in mind. All right, so we can see a lot of dust on this keyboard. Let's go ahead and use power 1 first and go to power 2, power 3. Okay, so let's talk about the pros of this thing. So the power is really impressive, as you saw. 280,000 RPM. It actually delivers. It blasts dust out of tight spaces that canned air just can't handle. And the battery lasts a really long time, 150 minutes of use, and it barely drops during regular sessions where you're just, on power 1, power 2, just for, a minute or two. And the USB-C fast charging is super convenient. Same cable as your phone. Don't have to worry about switching out cables. And the LED display is a nice touch. You always know your exact battery level and power setting. And the 5 nozzle attachments that it comes with make it so this is not just for electronics. So no more buying disposable cans over and over, and this thing pays for itself. One thing that could be improved, it is pretty loud on the highest setting. It's not crazy loud, but it's definitely noticeable. So if you're trying to use this next to someone that's sleeping, that's not gonna work out. Well, for them, it's not gonna work out. Also, one other attachment that they could have is just a incredibly narrow nozzle tip. So you have, this one for inflating things that is really narrow, but just having one that's more straw shaped, so just really thin, could be, a good addition to one of the nozzles that, is included with this. So who should get this? So if you're, cleaning electronics regularly, keyboards, PC towers, game consoles, camera gear, this is perfect. It blows dust out of tight spots, way better than canned air, and better than most other devices like this. Also, if you have pets, and you're constantly dealing with pet hair on stairs, furniture, or in corners, this works really well for that too. And honestly, it works surprisingly well as a mini leaf blower for small outdoor jobs, clearing leaves off a patio, blowing snow off, the railing, cleaning debris off your deck. This can definitely handle that. So in my opinion, this is definitely an electric air duster worth checking out. The power is legit, the battery life is solid, and once you have one of these, you'll wonder why you ever kept buying those disposable cans.